Okay. So when we talk about aerospace, so basically there is little confusion into the domains of aerospace. So there are basically two domains. One is called as the aerospace, other is called as the aeronautical.
Hmm.
So these two fields are slightly different from each other. When we talk about the aerospace, at that time we are talking about the aircrafts and going into space. Okay, so basically we talk about the rockets or the missiles which go outside the atmosphere limit. So that is one
Interballistic.
domain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, intercontinental ballistics. That's what we say. But when it comes to aeronautical is a field that caters only the aircrafts. So
Hmm.
if you see aircrafts, they have engines, they have their main frame body. So once an aircraft comes after going into the atmosphere, when it lands, at that
Hmm.
time there should be someone who can check about the integrity of the aircraft, whether there is any problem in the engine, whether it ran smoothly while it was in the flight, or when engine or not the engine when the aircraft was in the flight, was everything as per the normal parameters.
Hmm.
So to monitor those things, you need an engineer or you need a specialist who is specialist in handling this data, who can monitor all these parameters and can get to know whether there was any problem in the aircraft or engine. So
Hmm.
that field is mostly the aeronautical engineering. But when
Hmm.
we go to the aerospace is a much wider domain.
Okay.
It talks about it's in fact the aerospace is the mother branch, and then aeronautical, they are the sub branches
Hmm.
in this branch. When we
All
talk
right.
about the aerospace, we will be talking about the aircrafts, we
Hmm.
will be talking about missiles, we will be talking about rockets, we will be talking about everything that
Hmm.
flies. So
Correct.
or it will also be having helicopters, it will also be having drones, it will
Or
also be
sir,
having like.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
everything that moves through a medium, because even cars will be having needing some technology, right? Of
Right.
aerodynamics and all, right?
Aerodynamics, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So that is that's a smaller it's a little different domain where
Hmm.
we go to the aerodynamics. Aerodynamics is a branch that has come up after aerospace.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Hmm.
aerodynamics is one of the fields of aerospace, and aerodynamics is nowadays used almost everywhere where the fluids are there, wherever
Correct.
air is there, wherever liquids are there. Most of the
Hmm.
time we use aerodynamics. So if you see the wind turbines,
Hmm.
they are not an aircraft structure, or they are not an aero structure. But if you
Hmm.
see the movement of the air, the wind turbine, that
Hmm.
would be designed aerodynamically, and lot of research that has happened on the wing of an aircraft,
Hmm.
that would be going into the blade of the wind turbine. So if you see the blade of a wind turbine, that is more or less like a structure of an airfoil, which is
Yes.
the structure of the wing of an aircraft. So anything
Hmm.
that has happened on the wing, that could be used inside that turbine.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
nowadays aerospace is getting into like it's expanding its wings, and we are getting into a lot of the core branches, we are getting into it.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
aerodynamics is a subset of aerospace engineering, or it is
Yes.
parallel to it? It is a subset. Uh,
It's a subset. Yeah. Right.
so what was your actual degree in IISc Bangalore, the master's degree? Was it aerospace?
Yes. It was aerospace engineering.
All
Yes.
right. So
Yeah.
it becomes again very vast, and then people might go for PhD in a much more concise domain, right?
Yes. Right. So
Uh,
we can go to the different specializations. Like in aerospace, we have certain specializations. You can go for aero structures. So aerospace structure is one domain. Then you have aerospace controls. So control of your an aircraft or control of your flying object. That is one domain. We go for propulsion, aircraft propulsion, yeah, aerospace propulsion, where you will deal with how the object would be propelled inside the space
mhm.
or in your atmosphere. So that is the third domain. Then next domain you can talk about the aerodynamics, which is again a domain of aerospace. So broadly
Mhm.
speaking, there are four domain that we have in aerospace: structures, aerodynamics, then controls, and the propulsion.
Yeah, yeah. That is
So
how
yeah.
it is divided at IIT Madras. Anshuman, my friend, did aerospace
Mhm.
engineering over there. So he said that it is basically divided into propulsion, structures, and controls.
Aerodynamics, it is. Control
All right.
aerodynamics. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But is it the same way in IISc Bangalore also? The masters in
So
aerospace
in
engineering?
IISc Bangalore, we don't have the separate like this division, but instead
Yeah,
we have the courses which are
correct.
related to like the structures or controls or the propulsion. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the IITs they have this division like this. So IIT Bombay also has this division. IIT Kharagpur also has, IIT Kanpur also has some of these divisions. So
Mm-hmm.
if we talk about once the divisions are done, ISC is a much broader. So they
Hmm.
don't restrict you to one domain where you will be structuring, you will be studying only aircraft structure or aerospace structures. But in
Mm-hmm.
fact, they give you the freedom that you can study aircraft structures. You can go for propulsion as well. You can take courses in any of these domains, and once those courses are done, you will get a degree which is aerospace engineer. You
Mm-hmm.
will not get a degree that is aerospace structure engineer or propulsion engineer. You will be getting an aerospace engineer where you will be having a lot of knowledge about all the subjects. If you want to go for expertise, you can choose those subjects which are only related to the propulsion. So you have
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of freedom over there. Yeah.
Similar goes for mechanical engineering in IISc Bangalore also. Most of the colleges
Yes. Yeah.
differentiate between design, thermal, and production.
Design thermal fluid. Yeah.
But for example, Akash Tyagi sir did mechanical engineering and then did his major project and all in heat exchanger and heat transfer, right? So you can
Right. Right.
specialize in the
Right.
second year.
Right. Right.
All
Yeah.
right. Great. I think that would be sufficient to explain a lot about the career in aerospace engineering.